Hello anybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. I'm Mr. Devious, or just Deeb, and in the last episode, we actually got the first piece of the Beanstar right here in Guarhar Lagoon. And in this episode, we're actually going to aim to get the next piece. That's right. We are immediately going to use our warp pipe system and aim for the second Beanstar piece. First things first, though, we want to go back to Castletown, because now that we have the opportunity, I want to get a couple of side quests out of the way. First, I'm going to make another coffee, and then I'm going to take care of a side quest that I do believe that we can do without too many consequences, that should be suitable for this point in the game. So first, let's go in and make ourselves a coffee. Yeah, he'll say his whole bit, famed Star Beans Cafe. So far, we've already made, 3 different coffees. This time, the only one we haven't made from this list is the Hoo Hoo blend, because even though we're close, we only have 23 beans. We need 2 more. We want to go to the next menu, and all of these recipes require 15 Hoo beans. No, wait, 15 woo beans with a W, and 15 of each of the other kinds. So, like, Hoo beans, Chuckle beans, and tea beans. Let's go to the Chuckakino, because that is easy for us to make. Really easy. We can make a bunch of those. We could just make a bunch of Chuckle Bean Cafe lattes, whatever. And that's one Chuckakino. Chuckachino. Oh, that noise! Not ghosts again? That's not a ghost. No. This time I've chosen a slightly different way of making my entrance. What? Well, just showing up the same way over and over gets old after a while. Besides, don't video conferences feel futuristic and cool? You know, that's actually pretty cool now that we live in the age of Skype, just to think about. We really are living in the future, aren't we? So you're not going to try out our new drink this time, boss? Oh, don't worry. I've sent our representative to taste it in my stead. He should be arriving soon. A representative? What? Don't worry, he's a harmless, friendly little ghost. Please allow him to taste that new drink. Uh-oh. Oh, mercy, it seems to have been just heavenly. Did he go to heaven? Did he pass on to the next life? Thanks for that sampling. Here's a little something I invented in my spare time. Maybe it'll aid you. Little did you know, we got the Great Force. This just goes to prove that Hyrule is just post-apocalyptic Mushroom Kingdom. No, that's stupid. Next time I'll come in person. And it just floats away, whatever. No, we'll make more coffee next episode. Next episode we'll make a coffee, and then an episode after that. We'll make a coffee before we go after each Beanstar piece. So first, let's check out the coffee. The Chuckachino is +4 defense, so that's pretty good. Look at how bad Mario's defense is. You drink that up, Mario. I'm talking to you directly, because you can obviously hear me. Let's check out also the Great Force. The Double Force doubles the damages you give to enemies and the damage that you take. Now, it's probably easy to guess, but in the original version of this game, well, in the beta version, that would have been Link who gave you the Great Force item. It's worth noting that there's no new equipment since the last time I visited the store, which was a few episodes ago. But I did sell a few things. Anyway, now that we have the Great Force, I'm not going to equip that to either brother, because that can make battles really hectic. And I'm not going to be indecisive about this one, I really mean it this time. Now, another side quest we want to do, since we have time to do it, is talk to this old man down here, who you might remember from a long time ago. I am perhaps this town's greatest intellect. At present, it is the ancient soybean civilization that has captured my focus and attention. Would you like to hear my report on this great civilization of yore? Yes, the ancient soybean civilization. The age of flying spin beans, tunneling mole beans, and fast-moving dash beans. Yes, all evidence points to this advanced bean civilization once gracing this land. And as for the whereabouts of the Beanstones, they heretofore hidden treasures of the soybeans. I've perhaps stumbled across some astounding facts related to this matter. I theorize this, that perhaps the Beanstones were indeed buried and still rest beneath this very town. I desire so greatly to dig this town down to its foundations, and even deeper if I must. Yet how am I to even guess where to begin digging? Where? The mind recoils at the thought. I ask you this, how happy would I be if the two of you were to dig up these artifacts for me? Quite happy indeed. Of course, I could perhaps reward you. Can you find the jewels of the soybean civilization, the Beanstones? And we said no last time, but we're gonna do this. Fascinating. You are bold specimens. I theorize that there are actually 10 Beanstones waiting to be unearthed. Yes, indeed. If you recover all 10 for me, perhaps I might reward you. By the by, my theory suggests that ancient soybeans were perhaps rather on the short side. Perhaps such information may provide you a clue of some sort in your Beanstone search. Okay, so that's a pretty obtuse clue, it might seem like, but they're underground and they're hidden, and short people were in the soybean civilization. Now, we already know this, but when Mario is short and he's over a spot where there's hidden treasure, he'll go with the thing over his head. Now, this is one of the most annoying side quests in the game, where we have to go underground and find the Chaos Emeralds, also known as, Beanstones. There are 10 of them in town, on both sides of town. All together on both sides of town. And they're pretty hard to find, so I'm basically using a walkthrough for this, because otherwise this takes way too long. So I'm going to cut ahead to where each of the Beanstones are. We incidentally have one right around, even just finding where Mario has to stand for the exclamation mark to be big enough is challenging enough as it is. That's Beanstone number 2. So we got one right over here. The last 3 are right in the vicinity of this store, so you don't have to go too far at this point. I know there's also one right in front of the store around here somewhere. There it is. Sorry if this part is a little boring, because there's not really much to show except for where each of the Beanstones are. Last one is over up here. There we go. Now the other 5 are on the other side of town, so I will meet you right over there right now. Okay, let's find these beans. We got one up here by the stairs. We got one on one of these ledges near this lamppost, if we can just... There we go. Now I'm doing this with a walkthrough, and it's already a little finicky on some of the spots. Imagine just wandering around every tile of this map with just Mini Mario trying to root them out. And that's what I did the first time I played this game. And that was basically a really massive pain. We got Beanstone number 9 over here, actually. So we only have one left now, which isn't too far away. I do believe it is in front of this house right here. So there's no shame in using a walkthrough for this section because, well, I mean, come on. You have to search every tile, basically, before you can have a chance of finding these. So now that we got all 10 Beanstones, let's take them back. That mission was a pain to do and took forever as a kid. And it is worth noting that these side quests do have a finite time in which you can complete them. Oh! You have found all 10 of the soybean sparkling Beanstones. With this evidence, I can at last announce my hypothesis. Perhaps I should reward you for your endeavors. I believe that you will accept this reward I promise to you. You got a Brothers Rock. You can get this as soon as you beat Chucklehuck Woods, basically. As soon as this town is repaired and the town is in good condition, you can get that reward. And if you get it that early, it's really overpowered. So let's see how it measures up now. The Brothers Rock does have pretty huge attack. And we are going to actually put that on Luigi for the extra BP, because he could use the extra BP even if he suffers a little attack loss. Now imagine that just right after Chucklehuck Woods, it's a massive boost, and it's kind of game-breaking. So, now that we've taken care of those little side quests, it's time to get on with the actual Beanstar part of this episode, and the reason... Hey, we got a brick over here we could break that we couldn't break before. But we're not going to go over this way yet, because this is related to something else. Darn it. I'll show that off in the next episode, because that'll be part of the next episode. But anyway, we come past where the Bean Bean International Airport was. That was to the west. And there's this Boo statue here, the Spook statue, that we couldn't deal with until we got the hand powers from the Uncomfortable Jellyfish Sisters. And basically, what I said in the last episode was that, or in the last few episodes, is that you can do this part of the game in any order that you wish. There's a save point over there. But once you get the brothers' hand powers, you can do everything in any order that you want. Yeah, we got another Hoobie, and so we can make a we can soon make a Hoolumbian coffee, or whatever it was we can make. I don't really remember that names that well. You can't really blame me because they're kind of ridiculous. But yeah, once you get the hand powers, you can do the Beanstar pieces in any order you want. How many times have I said that? I already got that bean. This is actually one of the quicker, one of the much faster beans to get. So you probably got out of Guahar Lagoon thinking, wow, this Beanstar piece took forever to get. I wonder how long the next ones will take. The answer is not very long at all. So if we actually read the sign back there, which I didn't do, wait, maybe it'll say it here. Splat Assistant, inquire within. Ask for Harhal. Harhal Studio is where we're going. That's what a sign earlier would have told us where we're going. And we see some clothes, and there's the Beanstar piece right there. It's in a cage. Why the hell is it in a cage? Well, I guess the one in Guahar Lagoon tried, it ran away from us forever, so, I can't blame. Uh-oh. Yeah, impossible! No way am I working with explosive colors like those! Oh, jeez. Water! Drank too much water! That might give you a hint as to what we're doing, by the way. Oh, boy. Honestly, what is one to do with such riffraff? Oh, welcome, welcome. I am called Harhal, genius designer, and I am also called Bleach. Yes, we are one and the same. Did you know? Did you know? Yes, whatever. Am I correct in assuming you're interested in the Splat Assistant opening? Fine. If you do a decent enough job, I'll pay you. Your pay will be a bean-like thing that cascaded down from the heavens. Ta-da! What? Do you have some sort of complaint? That's better. Now then. This guy not wearing a shirt? I don't think he is. You can help me with my splat right away. But you must be snappy. Just do it and get it done. Now, don't mind me. I'll just give you a little advice while you work. Trust me, you need it. First, go have yourself a drink so you can become a proper splat water pump. Once you're able to pump out water like a human fire hydrant, step on these little foot marks. Try it! So we do exactly as he says and, go and stand on the thing. Tutorial time! Fine! I'll explain the method of my genius, though the genius of Splat defies explanation. First, you must dye the fabric. Press the B button to shoot water at the design bomb. We already know how to do this. Try it already! Try it! The color of the design bomb you hit. Oh my god, this is very basic. Colors the fabric. Oh, by the way, if you hit 2 design bombs at the same time, then the fabric color becomes a mixture of those 2 colors. Don't forget, it's vital to Splat. I hope you took your elementary school art classes. Oh, and one more teensy thing. If you're dyeing fabric and you think a barf, that's all wrong. Just talk to Bleach. He'll make the fabric nice and shiny white for you. Once you're done dyeing, then you choose your design. I don't want this guy saying, once I'm done dyeing. So you get to shoot water at the artsy bombs again. Isn't it just so fun you could die? You see? He's making the pun too. How does that even work? The design of the design bomb you shoot, it does defy explanation, by the way, alters the design on your duds. The design bomb patterns are the tropical design, the polka dot design, and the checkered design. By the way, if you hit 2 or more design bombs, the pattern always ends up being a star. Remember that? Once you're done with the design, I'll decide if it perfectly matches the artistic vision of Splat. So, yeah. Anyway, that's the method to my genius. And now I'll need you to finish 4 outfits for me, okay, boys? Hop to it. That's all I have to tell you, so get started on your first assignment with all speed. As for design, anything will do. Just give me a red color. So now we have basically a little minigame here. Just gonna check the clock. Okay, we have plenty of time to do this and show this all off. So yeah, these things will go and hover in front of you, and if you mix colors, it'll, you know, make that color. This is very basic stuff here. And you'll have to fill up on water every time, though. You only get 3 shots before you have to fill up on water again. And if you get the wrong color when you're doing these, you can always just... This has no pattern yet! What? Do you want to start fresh? No, we don't. So I didn't mean to do that. So if we hit A, that cancels out of it, but he said anything goes for a pattern on this one, so let's just make it a star, I guess. Yes, that's it. That will do fine. Next, on to the next one. Let's see. The next design is... I want something in yellow. Oh, and in a checked pattern. So the ones in the back are obviously harder to hit, whereas the... What was that again? The checker pattern it was. Generally, if you want the one directly in front of you, it'd be easiest to hit on the rebound, and the one on the back will be easy to hit after that, and then the one in the middle after that. Let's see, the next design is, give me some purple! Purple with a polka dot flare. These are some very large shirts, by the way, if I might say. I mean, I'm not sure who's supposed to wear them, aside from... If you want... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. If you want to combine 2 colors, though, it's a little trickier to get the timing. However, I got really lucky there. And with the polka dot design, I do believe he said, and now we gotta wait a little bit to get the right timing on this, because we don't want to mess up the design, the pattern of it. Otherwise, he'll get pretty cranky with us. There we go. It always pays to be patient with this minigame. Yes, that's it. That will do fine. Next, on to the next one. Let's see, the next design is... Now I'm depressed. I crave brown, but with a star. Remember, to make a star pattern, just hit 2 or more design bombs at once. Now you might be thinking, how do you get brown? It's quite easy, actually. You have to hit all 3 colors at once, and I guess the 3 primary colors in paint make brown. I think this was a thing, but I don't remember, and we got green, so it's messed up. It's immediately messed up. This has no pattern yet! What? Do you want to start fresh? Yes, we do. Very well, then wait just a moment. Let's splat anew! And then, you know, it'll just remind you, just in case you forgot what pattern you wanted. Now, if you want to hit all 3 design bombs at once, the easiest way is to actually go right at the start, and that gets all of them. And then with a star pattern, so it would have been best to just hit them right away. Aw, nuts. No, no, no! This is all wrong! You must start over from scratch! Ah, that voice hurts my throat. I should just stop doing it. But apparently I'm not sane, so to get a star pattern, it's 2 or more. So again, to hit multiple orbs, just hit it right at the get-go, and there we go. Splendid! We're all done here. This means I must pay you with the bean-like thing, as promised. Go next door and get your pay. What do you mean next door? It's to the tree? That's not a house. It's a tree. See, here is the bean-like thing I promised you. Take it with you. I still don't... So that's it. Beanstar piece number 2 is collected in another episode. You got a Beanstar piece. Only 2 more to go. So once you finish up Guarhar Lagoon, the rest of it really isn't that bad to get the last ones. They don't take very long. Usually about like 20 minutes max per. Ah, nice work. You guys are incredible. If I need help again, I'll be coming to you. So, yeah. You might think that was kind of obtuse and like, what was the point of that other than get a Beanstar piece? Well, you actually can come back later and do all of the possible combinations of colors and designs to get special equipment. And I might do that later, and I might just to show off the gear. I won't show it all on screen. But in the meantime, today was a good episode. We got a new item, we made a new coffee, and we got another Beanstar piece. So I do believe that we will be calling this an episode. And in the next one, we will be going after the next Beanstar piece. And I hope to see somebody then. Bye-bye. There it goes.